Hi, friends. Welcome to Opes and Dreams podcast, episode 18.
Is it?
Are we legal?
We're legal.
The only cool thing you can do is vote, so don't get too excited.
And gamble.
Oh, yeah, gamble.
Gamble.
But you can't smoke cigarettes. Ha.
Because it's gross.
Can't drink alcohol. Ha. You can't rent a car. Ha ha.
Ha.
But we're 18. We are fresh from Bonfire.
Fresh is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm back, bitches.
We are going to talk about Bonfire. By the time this episode comes out, it will have been a whole week, but whatever, we don't care.
Yeah, it's
what
been
we have to
days
talk
for
about
us,
today.
and we're so excited about it. And we know you all want to hear about it anyway.
Yeah, so I have an update. My list of camping tips.
Okay, great. Which don't count for her because she sleeps in a school bus.
Here's what you do: is you buy a school bus that's turned into a camper.
That's all you need to do. Oh, and sleep in a minivan. That also seems, or your best friend's camp or bus when you're there.
Yeah,
I got one night in the bus. That was really, really fun.
We had a super.
We had a fun sleepover.
It was a blast.
So fun. I laughed so hard.
Yeah,
I literally felt myself healing like the minute I got there.
Right.
I was just like
instant.
Blissful and felt joy the whole, well, not all the time, but like most of the time.
Yeah.
And I
way
think
more than you have in the past month.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, and it really is like a place you go where, I mean, for us, the people we surround ourselves with there. I mean, I don't interact with every single human there, but I did interact with more people than I ever have this year due to my task this year, which was a lot different than my tasks in other years where I'm kind of like in 3 different stations and, you know, kind of seeing the same people. But I got to run around and interact and mingle. And I think that just the level of authenticity of the people that we get to be around there, and then getting to, we all kind of come back. It's like a reunion everywhere, even though we do stay in each other's lives for the most part over the off season.
Social media for the win.
There is a level of things happen in each other's lives, big things sometimes, and you get to come back together and you get things really put into perspective. So that was big, getting to spend time with one of our friends that went through some really big things over the last couple years. And that was really just to be able to hold space for her and be able to be in circles of women talking about that, and just there's a lot of authenticity there, and it's really hard to have a bad attitude when you're there, and you just can't. There's just nothing about it. You drive down that road and something just happens. I know the moment it happens, I get past the bloom sign.
That's the bloom sign for you?
The bloom sign. There's just something about that spot, and I look over the left and I just know I'm close, and I always get butterflies in my tummy when I'm pulling up to the farm.
Same.
Always. There's just something that happens to me where I'm just like giddy, and then I get there
when I drive
and
in.
I'm like,
who am I going to see first?
And I'm just like, it's always Kylie. I always see Kylie first because I make sure of it.
I see whoever's at the house first because I always stop at the house. There will be times when I get out there and I'll just walk in the door, and one time before Tim was like, "Hey Kylie, you got to go to the bathroom?" It's like, that's the first thing I do.
Right.
Yeah, I do actually.
It is. Thanks a lot. Man, it was just such a like really lovely time, and I just felt so lucky to just be there and just get to, like, you know, every single time I've ever been out there, as you know, it's been to like help and volunteer and like and like in a more working capacity where the hospitality is a lot more work, as you know, than what I got to do this year, which was do the social media content. So,
and did she not do an amazing job? Like, if you haven't seen some of the reels that were posted from Driftless Music Gardens Instagram page specifically from Bonfire Weekend, please go back and watch them because she did such a good job. Everybody was raving about it. It was extremely impressive.
It was really fun. On
behalf of DMG, thank you.
You're very welcome. I was like really taking it seriously.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to like
so much fun.
I had so much fun. It was like everything I need in my little micro doses of socializing to be able to go up to people, get like a 5-second video and be able to like leave. And I was really good about like making sure people were okay with me like getting, you know, everybody wants to be on the social media all the time, but I was really careful with like the kids and just like making sure that, it was okay because I remember there were like some kids that were a little apprehensive. I'm like, I won't get your faces in it. We'll just
Yeah.
show you playing with the bubbles or something like that. But just to be able to run around and like interact with people and just like, it was just fun for me. I just had a really, really good time. And to be able to kind of just like hang out when I needed to hang out, refresh my batteries when I needed, and just watch Kylie work her ass off. Which you didn't have that big of a meltdown this year.
I didn't. It only
I'm really
lasted for like 2
2 seconds. And it
minutes.
was joy.
Yeah.
It was a joyful meltdown. It
Because
wasn't
of the
a
video that
general.
she made.
He made her cry. And it was just like I had ideas just like shooting out of my butthole,
Yeah.
and I want I don't know. It
One
was
of the
so
few
fun.
things that you want shooting out of
Yeah,
your
just
butthole.
one of the not very many things, but ideas are definitely one of them. But it was just like it was something I needed. I
Yeah.
needed it for me to just like be like, okay, I'm gonna do more of this. And it was good.
I love it.
I was happy. My favorite part I think was that Tim just kind of stopped posting
Yeah.
after the second day, which
Gave up after a while.
I know is a really big compliment because he does not give up that kind of trust or
He's
control.
also he was busy.
He was busy.
He's got a lot to do out there.
But it's mostly because I did such a good job.
Right.
And I'm just kidding. He's like one of the busiest people out there in the world.
Yeah, he is.
But I was happy about it because for a little period of time there, we kept posting the same thing because our brains were so in sync about what we were doing that he posted a video that I thought I posted. It was like exactly the same. We were like going from one end to the opposite ends and like almost met in the middle with the way he started his versus mine. It was so funny that I was kind of like, stop making reels.
Like, that's what you have me out
That's
here
what I'm for.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're just so in sync with
Yeah.
which is a great thing.
Which
So
is a very great thing.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Scary thing for most, but great for me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but it was really fun. Who were your favorite sets? Did you get to see a full set at all
No,
this year?
I did not get to watch a full set of music
Me either.
at all. But the bits that I saw, and like you can hear bands wherever
Oh,
you
yeah,
are.
we heard all of it.
Heard most of it. All of it was really good. The bands that I really enjoy interacting with, of course, Sun Stereo. They're such a crew. I love that band. They're so much fun to work with. Railroad Earth was a joy and a pleasure as always. Um, the Getaway, I had a blast hanging out with
They were really,
Jasmine
really
and the
cool.
gang. The Foxgloves were an amazing group of girls. I've been getting emails from bands who are like, thank you for having us. It was so much fun. It was amazing. We're still dreaming about the dill dip in the green room.
Props to Kylie and the hospitality crew for holding it down. One thing I noticed
Blast.
working with other events is that nobody does hospitality like Driftless Music Gardens.
Nice.
And we hear that all the time with bands that come. At least when I was working in that station, that I heard that constantly. That nobody else does that, and it's so important. It shouldn't be an afterthought for those of you that organize events.
Right.
Listen to this. Take care of the bands first.
Yeah. So here's the cool thing. Mr. Blotto, I was chatting with them, and one of the guys was like, I have never been in a green room before that had notepads and permanent markers for set lists. That's every green room should have that. I was retelling that story to Scotty, and he's like, yeah, I got that idea from Des because she did it at Jam for Jam.
Love it.
So thanks, Des.
Des is amazing too.
She is.
She is.
Our boys were besties all weekend. It was so cute.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 da, ba, bum.
That's for you, Bodie.
It was one of the highlights of my entire weekend. Just the cutest thing I've ever seen. Because I don't have to hear it 24 hours a day. But it was precious.
It was.
Destiny and Craig's son Bodie is really into Seven Nation Army, and any chance he gets, it's so cute. Any chance they got, they were humming along to that song. They were so cute.
Yeah.
I had such a good time spending time with my little buddy Dev. We got some quality time in, and
we did. Thanks for co-momming as always.
So fun.
Can we talk about Kat and Christina coming?
Yes, that was really exciting. Finally,
Thank you for coming. It was amazing. Alex and I were both very happy to be there for the moment. that you two met face to face,
It was
because you've met Kat
cool.
before, but
Yeah.
you hadn't met
Yeah, it
Christina.
was awesome, and I
And
really
she
liked it.
brought her kiddo Jax, and Kat brought her husband Ryan. So thank you guys for coming. It was
Yeah, it was
so fun to see
fun.
you.
Yeah, it was. It was really cool that we were all in, like, the same space. I thought we'd talk a little bit more about, like, Gilmore Girls, but it's fine. We didn't have a lot of time.
There's more time for that
Sure,
later. There's
sure.
always time. Yeah, that was rad. That made my heart really happy seeing everybody there.
Yeah, it was good. It was all just good
It
feels. It was
was.
just like, and it seemed to go so smoothly.
It did.
There wasn't any weather issues. Like, there was rain at the appropriate times.
Wednesday night into Thursday there was weather,
Mhm.
but that was a bummer.
But we were already, like, packed in and cozied in, and
Pretty
it, you
much.
know, and then it kind of went a little bit too long in the morning. I wish it would have ended a little earlier, but
Same.
it, other than that, there was no, like, having to hold down a easy up.
Every band played their full planned set.
That's huge. That's huge.
We have it was the best bonfire that we've had
Yeah,
in the books. It
I'm
was
seeing
amazing.
that comment made across the board from people that were there and
Mhm.
people that were helping. Everybody thinks it was just like just about, and it was.
It
I
was super
mean,
smooth.
Bonfire is always my favorite. One, it being the first one every year, so
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Mhm.
Two, I like it smaller. Obviously, I know
There were
that's not best
1,200
for
people
everybody.
there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yay.
It was
That's
literally
awesome.
our biggest bonfire to
Oh my
date.
god, I love it. It just didn't seem, maybe because of
It
the
didn't
day
feel like
passes
it.
and, like, people coming
Yeah.
and going and stuff, which I thought was really cool. But it was fun to, like,
Yep.
get fresh meat in every, like, couple of days where you, like, see new people coming in, and that was really fun. It just made me so excited for
Mhm.
the rest of the summer and for People
Yeah.
Fest. I'm
I'm
so
in I'm
excited for
in
that.
a night at the Gardens mode now.
Yeah. Oh
We're
yeah.
on to the next
Yep.
show.
In a
It's gonna
month.
be a good one. Yeah.
It's a
July
month from
19th.
tomorrow. 2 days. Month, 2 days.
Yeah, 'cause today's the 17th.
Hmm. Yep.
Yep, July 19th. Go to driftlessmusicgardens.com. Get your day passes.
That'll be cool.
Yep.
That'll be a good one.
Mhm, mhm,
And
mhm.
and Thursday night, the day after tomorrow, DMG comes to us,
Yes,
sort
they
of.
do.
We get to see Texas Toast
And People Brothers Band
and Salty Dog.
at the Atwood Music Hall.
That's gonna be so good.
Yeah, I hope that we see a lot of you there. This will be airing after the show, but
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited. I bought balcony tickets so we can sit.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty
Yeah.
cool up there. Dan went and had, like, a tour of it when we
Nice.
were gone. I'm excited because I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but whatever, I'll get in trouble afterwards. We got a sneak peek at the new Texas Toast album.
It's
And
so
sneak
good.
peek, we got to hear it
We
from
got to
beginning to
listen to
end.
the whole thing.
It's so good. And we got special Scotty commentary on the whole entire thing, so it
Yep.
made it that much more exciting.
And I potentially will get a producer credit because me, Scotty, and Dante decided on a transition. I'm part
I
of
love
that.
it. So basically, it's our album, so we get
Pretty much.
royalties. We might, hopefully, maybe get to use a snippet of one of their songs, maybe somehow.
There was one that really,
We
that
both
really
were
kind of
like,
did
we
it.
should do this.
Mhm.
This should be in our intro song, but we'll
Mhm.
figure all of that out.
During our break,
Mhm.
which is coming up, sadly,
Yay.
but it's a good thing. I'm also ready for a break. It'll be nice.
I'm excited, and it'll be really nice to, like, do every other week
Yeah.
because then we can have, like, we'll each have a little more time in our
Yep.
day. It'll be overall a good thing, and we'll have way more to talk about.
Maybe during the winter months when we're bored and have nothing else to do, we'll go back to a weekly. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
sitting from our own respective couches.
yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about winter ever. Ever at all.
More summer. More summer.
What else? Okay, what was your favorite vendor? What was your favorite food that you had besides Alex's food?
Well, yeah, besides Alex and Andrew's food.
You don't have to say the vendor, but what was your favorite meal you
Well,
had?
I only had one because I ate staff meal and then
Mhm,
I ate the
mhm,
Pop Tarts that I had in my camper otherwise. But I had a chicken bacon ranch grilled
mhm,
cheese.
mhm, mhm.
It was amazing. I think that vendor is going to be there for more
Good.
events
That
too.
vendor was really, really good. And they were really nice.
Yeah.
They all were really nice. I always go and get my, like, Saturday night pizza. It's, like,
Yeah.
always the last food I get there, and I
Alex
always
got one
chat with
too.
whoever's working there,
Mhm.
and that's always really fun. They're always really, really chill. The food vendors are always really, really, really good.
Yeah. Did you know that the salads,
Sunshine?
they're not ever coming back?
Oh, sad.
Yeah. I think they're doing something else now.
Mm.
I thought they were just not doing this festival, but
It's just vending in general.
yeah,
Makes sense.
sure. They were
Bummer.
so
Loved
good.
it. Loved it.
We like fresh food.
We need to get Keewaydin to start like a little like farm stand or something, or
Ooh,
like a
that's a good
little
idea.
like farm stand, or like a little grab and go salad, or
Tim can do that. He grows vegetables too.
yeah, do it, Tim.
Do it, Tim.
I just felt like Tim didn't, have time because he's got all this other stuff to do.
Right.
But Keewaydin probably doesn't have time either because they've got
Somebody
a
else.
million other things going on.
You could
too.
probably find a volunteer to do that. I'm
Be
sure
pretty cool.
somebody would be cool with harvesting.
Just a little salad, some
Little
veggies, little farm stand,
Yeah.
little
One-
wraps.
One of my favorite, that just reminds me, farm stand. One of my favorite moments was when Cricket was doing chicken chores in her glitter gold romper.
Staying on brand. I was so proud of Tim for saying staying on brand.
Right?
I think he does listen to our podcast and he just doesn't say it because who else talks like that besides us?
Speaking of that, we were both encountered with individuals who said that they listen and that they listen to every episode and how much they enjoy listening. So thank you to all of our listeners who listen and watch us on YouTube. We are still very grateful.
Yeah, we are.
We have people.
And my first response is, cool. No, you don't. But, someday I'll believe it.
I believe it.
Someday.
Thank you
Prove
for
it.
listening.
That's what I always want to say. I want to be like, prove it.
Right.
Tell me about one episode.
Which one?
Sure you do.
Let's.
But I also think I always laugh now. Like my favorite thing is all of the people that are like, I haven't listened to your podcast yet. And I'm just like, I know. I can tell that. I can look at the analytics and see that you haven't. So.
Well, you know what? I respect that.
I kind of want to make t-shirts that say, we know you haven't listened to our podcast. Save the small talk. We know. We don't need you to tell us.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. We
Don't
still
listen, whatever.
Yeah. We still love everybody. At least our friends.
Yeah, we love our friends.
We love our friends.
Yeah.
I love most people.
I love them. Some. I did really well though this weekend.
You did.
I was nice to everybody.
Yeah, you
I
were.
don't think there's a single person I wasn't nice to.
Hmm.
That's a lot
That
for
does
me.
say a lot.
Yeah, not a single person.
I think the only person I probably wasn't nice to was DeVere.
Same, actually. But it's not nice. But there was a point where he looked up at me. He's like, I think you just want me to fail. And I was like, I never want you to fail. I just think it's really funny when you do.
Right.
Because I told him, I know that you know better. So when you do something wrong, you know better. So it's just enjoyable for me to watch you suffer.
Right.
But in
a loving way.
In a loving way. It's because I told him I always want the best for you. And I always want you to be the best that you can be no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's very nice.
And I told him I'm like a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you want me to get in trouble? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I think
I told him, I'm always going to tattle on you.
Right?
Always. No matter what. If you do something in front of me or you lie or you are like being naughty, like I'm going right to tell your parents. Till you're like older and you ask me not to, you try to, but I will always because I'm scared of your mom.
He knows the rules. We say secrets aren't safe.
No, secrets
but
aren't
surprises are okay.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yep.
We'll stick with it. I am around them enough that I know the phrases they use for things. And there was something this weekend that I had to say, that's a tool, not a toy.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like a pair of pliers that were in something. He started playing with them. I'm like, that's a tool, not a toy.
It works in so many parts of life.
Hmm?
Doorknobs. That's a tool, not a toy.
It's not a toy. It's a tool. It's a tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just anything. I use it a lot. It's a daily occurrence for that one for sure.
Work.
Mm-hmm.
Props to that. Props to the parents.
Props to parents.
I mean, this weekend too, there weren't any vandalized porta potties.
No.
There weren't any kids screaming and being naughty or hearing about anything.
No kids injured other kids as far as
everybody was playing together very nicely. For the most part, there was like polite talk amongst the kids. Yeah, I didn't hear any like bullying like I normally do when you walk by, kids hanging up on other kids and stuff. There was like a little set of boys that were like playing football or something, and I remember like going over there and asking them a question, and they were real snotty. And
Mm,
then the one kid was like, well, 1 minute. And I, had to turn my lanyard and be like, I work here.
excuse me, I work here.
And I'm an adult. You're a kid. But I didn't pull that card because that doesn't really make sense for them sometimes.
Sure.
But anyway, yeah, it was all very good.
It's good.
The gardens look amazing.
They're beautiful.
Basically, if you have never been out there, I would hope this episode would really, kind of convince you to come out there because it's family friendly. It's worth it. It's amazing. The food's good. It's beautiful.
There's cool stuff to buy and cool things to look at.
Cool people. There's something for everybody.
It really is.
Everybody. There's a cool art everywhere.
Yeah.
It was just magical. And they keep adding more like light fixtures. I saw the Edison lights and I about crapped my pants. I was so excited. Like, this is amazing. And it's
cute.
So good.
We like to light it up. All the solar lights that we can do.
The bonfire sign being different colors.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Jinx. You know who did those colors?
That guy that did the thing.
Zoltan one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The guy that did the thing.
The guy that did the thing.
There was a Zoltan guy set up. It was like a fortune. You could ask questions.
You wave your hand
and
over
it was so cool.
It was really
There
cool.
was more to it, but I didn't get a chance to go back.
Me neither.
But every year there always seems to be like a fun little thing. Like there's the post office. So people bring mailboxes and there's like a post office
We have a
guy. Postmaster, that's it.
Yeah.
And they go along and they change me. It's just so cute.
He's got the outfit and the bag and everything.
Yeah, I've never seen it anywhere else, and that's pretty cool.
I do know that other festivals have like a post office, but I don't know if they have a postmaster general with the outfit.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
We won't ask him where he got the outfit or the bag, though.
Right. Hopefully legally.
Right.
Never know.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. Successful festival. Because this is Opes and Dreams, let's talk about some festival Opes. What not to do?
Okay. What not to do? Stay up all night and not sleep at all.
Right.
Not eat. Not eat.
Sleep. You need to drink water, sleep at least a little bit.
Yeah, have fun, but just like time it out correctly.
Take care of yourself.
Take like an adult. Don't make other people take care of you.
Right.
That's one big thing. Have personal responsibility over yourself. Yep. It's cool to like lean on your friends when you need them, but like don't rely on it. Like don't expect, I can do whatever I want because people are going to take care of me.
Right.
I didn't see that out there at all, but I've seen that in the past.
Yeah.
In situations
it was a
where
pretty chill event this year, which was cool.
Yeah, I'm noticing that there's a different it's very clearly older people like our age and up and young the kids.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of the in between where it's really, really nice because
the 20-somethings come to boogie down.
Yeah, they do. And that's great for them.
Mwah, we love you.
Yeah, we love that. Go to bed at a reasonable time. Okay, Festival Opes. Not bringing enough things to take care of yourself, not being prepared.
Sunscreen.
It's one thing to forget a pillow, but like to not like to come with just like a sleeping bag and a hammock isn't going to be your best choice out there because of the weather.
Yeah.
You got to come a little bit more prepared than that. Sunscreen for sure. And bug spray.
Bug spray actually wasn't too bad of an issue. I used my essential oil stuff around my ankles and my neck.
I only had one bug bite.
I didn't get a single bug bite. Nothing.
Yeah, I had one. And I think it was from maybe something in my blanket or something.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Shoes. You have to wear shoes. I know it's super fun to be a hippie and not wear shoes, but there's been many times where we get people hobbling over to the first aid tent because there's a hole in their foot because they stepped on a rock or something.
Wear your shoes in the gravel, take them off in the grass.
Yeah, the grass is great. They take very, very good care of the grass. They fight over who gets to mow the grass.
There's special bubbles that have to be made in order for them to be able to do bubbles out there so they don't wreck the grass.
It still wrecks the grass.
It does. Yeah, it still does.
However, I was talking to the bubble guy on Sunday. I actually had a conversation with him, which is rare. But we were talking about the bubble location. I was like, actually, yeah, that was a great location for the bubbles because it was central to the concert bowl. Parents could sit where they were sitting and they could see the kids playing with the bubbles. Like it was a great spot. It was out of the way enough to where it didn't affect the seating area too much. Right. And I told him having it on the easy up ring
Mhm.
was a great spot for it, so
Yeah.
it didn't impede on, like, umbrellas and people sitting in chairs. It was higher up.
Yeah.
It was a good spot. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. I loved seeing so many people at the yoga.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
a lot of
full.
people there in the morning. That was
Mhm.
really, really nice. I didn't get to see the other ones though. Unfortunately, I had intended to go over and see more of the workshop stuff happening, but I only really got to 2.
Oh, sure.
Um, but I got content from them, so
Yeah,
that's good.
that counts.
Uh-huh.
You went.
I did. And it worked. It's all universal stuff that we can reuse.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see that, and it's a beautiful place. Um Minus the kids tent being right next to it. So that wasn't so zen. But
Were
they
they
did.
going on at the same time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was at the bubbles were at, like there was like a hula hoop or bubble thing happening like right next to the
Oh,
yoga.
really?
So I mean they took care of it really quickly. I just went down and said something to Sita and I'm like, maybe next year we change the times on these.
Shout out to Sita. I'm still wearing my bracelet that she made for
I
me.
didn't get a bracelet, but it's
Some
fine.
of the beads glow in the dark, and I forgot about it until I was going to bed, and my wrist was aglow. I love it. It's got purple on it because that's my favorite color.
Hmm,
Yeah.
cute.
Festival Ope number 42. Don't forget to get a gift for Carrin.
Big enough for the whole class. I got quality time with Sita and a whole lot
Good.
of it. So that's
Good.
more important to me
Yeah.
anyway. We sat and chatted and I watched her make her bubble concoction.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
She
realize so
was
much
like
went
she
into
was like
making
shooting
bubbles,
she was
but
like shooting it out of a bottle.
she was like mixing things and like making a big old pot and it was like a little witch in her cauldron.
Mhm.
It was pretty impressive to me.
Magical.
We wheeled it on over to the kids' tent and it was a lot of fun. She was teaching me how to twerk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
That had to be one of my favorite moments.
didn't
Was
didn't
watching that and then watching you and Scotty.
Scotty was twerking.
Oh, and then we did our dancing.
Yeah, that was a really, really good time. That was really fun. I never thought I'd see Scotty twerk or try, and that made my whole day.
Oh my god.
I never figured it out, just so everybody knows. Still can't twerk.
Yeah,
So
hit us up in the comments with your hot twerking tips. Tell
I
these
know you pop it
tell these
out.
white bitches how it's done.
Pop it out. But
I tried to give her some tips. It's in the thighs.
well, I
Just take the
also what I
thighs.
think is that twerking is for people that don't have lower back issues because
Oh,
it
sure.
hurts. It hurts to twerk, it turns out. I think that's more for the agile youngins.
Sure.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Get your twerk on.
Anyway.
Anyway, Festival Opes. Let's see what else. What else are silly things that people do when they're out there?
Oh,
Um
don't smoke cigarettes in a tent
oh yeah, not inside the tent.
or
I
a porta
shoot
potty
people out of the general store all the time.
or a porta potty.
Right.
Yeah, in an enclosed area in general, don't smoke. Like don't be smoking and walking from vendor to vendor. That's not nice. Maybe they don't want cigarette smoke in their store on their products that they're
Yeah.
trying to sell to people.
Somebody had come into the general store with a special cigarette and was like just right next to a sweater, and I heard my volunteer go she just like cringed, and I was like I knew the person, and
Yeah.
so I razzed him about it a little bit, and I was like, get that away from my merch.
Right. Some
Get your
people just
smoke
don't
out of here.
want that, Like I don't
Right?
want cigarette smoke around me ever.
Yeah.
So like I'm not gonna go in and buy something that somebody just reeked their cigarette all over.
Yeah, it does kind
I
of
don't
ruin
want
it.
that.
Literally sticks on everything.
But when you're in the enclosed areas, especially when it's like a little more humid and warm, it just sticks in the air and it
Mhm.
doesn't go anywhere.
But
So
you know
it's
what?
just
There's also vendors that smoke behind their
I
things,
know.
so we can't like implement any
No.
kind of rule. We can just bitch about it on
No,
our
no, more
podcast.
so just like in the music area. Like don't smoke inside of the tent. That was a thing where I was just
Oh
like
yeah,
noticing so much of it this year.
sure.
Like if you're standing in the middle of the tent, don't
There's
smoke.
the grassy spot
Yeah, there's tons
outside of
of
it.
open area, tons of it on the outside.
Acres.
Acres.
There's acres of space to
So
smoke
that's
your
one thing
cigarettes.
where it's just like that just comes down to like general just being
Crowd etiquette.
crowd etiquette,
Yep.
spatial awareness,
Yep.
things like that, just being mindful of what's around you and
Hmm.
caring about the people around you and recognizing that not everybody wants that right in their face.
Right.
So don't do that. That's a nope.
That's a nope.
Don't argue with the people working or that are asking you not to do something or asking you not to do something or to do
Mhm.
something.
There's been some years where our parking team has had issues with people moving their vehicles after they get parked. Don't do that. Stay where you're parked, please.
There's structure for
It's
a reason.
very carefully planned out for weeks in advance on how many vehicles we can fit in a particular spot. So don't do that. Stay where you're parked. Thanks.
It's just like going to a restaurant and then all of a sudden just moving the table and chairs around. Don't do that.
Please.
Originally, I wanted to do a podcast because I wanted to bitch about my 30 years in the service industry
We can
of
do
horrible
a whole
people.
episode of that.
I can't because I'm still in the service industry, kind
dang
of.
it.
I'm not completely out of it yet, so I don't want to completely go off on a tangent, but don't fucking move the tables and chairs without asking permission. Have the staff move it.
Yeah.
Don't just come in like it's your place and start moving stuff around. I'm not going to walk into your home and decide I don't like where your couch is and start
Right.
moving your couch around. Nor would you do that at anybody else's house. I don't know what makes people think they can walk into restaurants like it is their own space
Yeah.
and just do whatever the hell they want. I don't know where that permission came from. It's a matter of you being arrogant
Yep.
and thinking that you are better than the people in that establishment and that you know better than how the things are run, or thinking that there is no structure or any reason behind why we do the things we do.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do it.
Just being so unaware that
God, it's so
anything
rude.
else has a purpose outside of the purpose that they want it for.
Yeah, it's so incredibly rude to not even think for a moment that something might be done this way because that is the way that it needs to be done.
And also, no staff or employee of an establishment owe you anything. You are there for their services. They are not there for you. You are there for them. If you weren't there for them, you'd be eating at home.
Right,
So,
you'd be cooking in your own kitchen,
Yeah.
but you want to come out and get
Yeah.
waited on to an establishment that is a successful establishment because it's been around for a really long time.
Mhm.
So clearly they know what they're doing. So let them do their job. If you don't like where your table is placed, at least ask the staff
Yeah.
first. Like, just ask. And no, you don't need 10 more napkins. You won't use them. You won't. I will bring you a stack of napkins and you will use one. Anyway, that's it for now.
Great.
But there's a whole episode we can do on this. Maybe we will. I don't care. I have no shame.
So don't move your car after you're parked.
Don't move your car after you're parked.
Don't lose your wristband.
Yeah.
Keep it on your wrist.
Don't lose your kids.
Don't lose your kids.
Keep an eye on them kiddos. Everybody did pretty good about that. I didn't see any
Try
lost
not to lose
children.
your car keys. Phones get dropped and lost, but
That's
they're
just because
always
everybody's
turned
having
in.
so much fun.
Yeah, that's okay. You can lose your phone. It'll turn up. It's gonna be fine.
Don't yell at the bands and tell them to play songs.
Unless it's a band
Unless
that
they
takes
ask
requests.
for a request.
Yeah.
They're not a jukebox.
Right.
They're not monkeys dancing.
Do you know what a set list is?
They take a lot of time to sit down before, and maybe people aren't aware of this, but
Maybe not.
a lot of the bands do sit, or there's one designated member of the band generally that sits down, and it usually takes them, about 30 minutes to an hour from what I've witnessed,
Sure.
sometimes more, sometimes less, where they sit and they really, really think about the set list that they're going to deliver for highest entertainment value.
Yep.
There's a lot of thought that goes into that so that they're not repeating the same show twice, that they're keeping everybody happy. And to scream out, play Freebird or some other bullshit song that's not even good in the first place, and a band is extremely insulting.
Yeah,
Incredibly insulting. It's so rude.
The band that I talked to, they were like, sometimes we write a set list, but it's mostly to avoid, like, when they're between songs saying, oh, what should we play now? Well, let's not do that because it's in the same key as the last song, and blah, 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 blah. Like, they waste so much time during their set that they could have played two more songs if they had just planned it out.
Whenever I see bands doing that, I'm like, this is what rehearsal's for.
Right.
This is what we were supposed to rehearse.
You're putting on a show. Plan your show.
Now you're boring me. No, just kidding. Oh, another really good set. Completely jumping out of nowhere. Maximiano.
Oh my gosh.
huge shout out to that band. You need to go check them out. They were amazing.
They are incredible.
Incredible musician.
Yep.
Blew me away. I was actually back at the camp, just sitting there having my little lunch plate. And I was like, I got to go to this. I got to go. And I sat and I got up as close as I could and I sat in the grass and I was just in absolute awe of this person. Absolutely beautiful songs, beautiful message,
Yeah.
just like a great way of delivering the message in between each songs. Sometimes when people talk, it's kind of like, get on with it. But I could have listened to them talk the whole entire time. They were incredibly amazing, and I was very, very impressed.
I hope we have that band back again.
Yeah.
Maximiano themselves was a joy and a pleasure to work with.
I can believe it.
I really hope that I get to see them again.
Yeah, I'm excited to listen to them on Spotify, and I already during the set, one of the songs I had gone right in my Spotify and added it to my to my list because it was like, oh, this is it. I love this is going to be my new hyper focus personality now. This band. So perfect. Thank you for that, Maximiano. I hope I
see you in some jean clothing soon because the skirt jacket combo they were wearing was awesome.
It was good. And just like a full just powerhouse cast of characters on that stage with them was amazing. I wasn't really paying attention at first, and then they went through and listed all of the people on stage with them, and I hadn't even seen Sam Odin was like hiding behind it. I didn't even notice. I was like, damn, this band is stacked.
Sam and Nick were both popping
just
over to the main stage as soon as their set with Maximiano was done because they're also in Long Mama.
Yeah, so I was just like, man, they're gonna be like, boom, boom, right over. But it was just, it was so good. Definitely loved that. That was a good, pleasant surprise.
So don't come in with a closed mind. Come in with an open mind because there's lots of bands that I don't know that they exist until I see them on the lineup and then I watch them at our festivals. And I'm always blown away by the new music that we have out there. So
you never want to make don't be shy prejudice, but look at the lineup and be like, I don't know any of those bands.
Right.
Because that's how I saw Salty Dog for the first time.
Yeah.
Salty Dog was one of those bands that I couldn't help but just get down to.
Right.
And now we are so lucky to get to see them more often. And I didn't get to see their set at Bonfire, unfortunately. It was past my bedtime, but I did hear the whole entire thing. And there were several times I was like, fuck it, just get out of the van and go listen. You know you're gonna want to, but I was so warm and cozy in my little van. So
I remember falling asleep listening to them, just happily dozing off to Salty Dog. Good. And then I woke up and I had to pee. And the first thing I realized, not only that I had to pee, but was, oh, they're done playing.
Yeah.
That was kind of sad. But it was 4:00 in the morning. So
one thing I noticed, and maybe because I was in a van, not in a tent, was it was quiet. I didn't put my earplugs in the whole entire weekend. It was not quiet. Once. It was so much quieter than normal.
Saturday I didn't hear
any drum circles happening.
We just heard we had the bagpipes in the morning, right? That was the only unplanned.
What do you mean?
Somebody plays the bagpipes in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah, when everybody's waking
up. It's probably good that I didn't hear that because I don't think they'd have bagpipes to play much longer. There's nothing worse than a bagpipe. End of comment.
I can't believe you didn't hear it.
No, because I was in
every morning for 6 or 7.
I'm thinking that maybe the van is insulated or something really, really well because it's soundproofed. Because I didn't hear anything once I got in.
Right on.
I thought I had 3 different kinds of earplugs. I was fully prepared, and I didn't hear. I heard it. I didn't hear it. It wouldn't have gone over well because I don't I'm scared of bagpipes. I'm just going to put it out there.
Oh gosh.
They're a fear of mine. Something about them is very creepy for me.
Wow.
And every time I hear them, I get they're bad vibes. They make me think of Wookie Foot and just all kinds of.
No, I just think of when I was a kid, we're totally going off the rails. When I was growing up on the west side of Madison, we lived across the street from a cul-de-sac. And every morning, was it only on weekends? Or was it every morning? I don't remember, but the neighbor would always be playing the bagpipes. And so it's not a jolting or awful thing to hear. It's just kind of oh yeah, bagpipes. That's kind of nice.
I think the only bagpipes I like are when Jonathan Davis is playing them.
Ooh. Speaking of
That's
Jonathan
about it.
Davis,
That's about it.
I recently turned over to the Turbo channel from
Okay.
Octane, and so 90s and 2000s hard rock has been in my ear
Every
for a
Saturday on
week.
94.1. Every Saturday they do the 90s throwback from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on
Love it so
94.1.
much.
So I don't have Sirius because I'm a poor.
Old Corn, old
Love it.
Mudvayne, old Stained,
System
Puddle
of
of
a Down,
Mud.
all of it. It's so good.
Ah,
It's so good.
it's amazing.
It's not that it's all old. It's just that they don't really exist much anymore.
No, a bunch of them still
A little
do.
bit.
Coin
Not like they
still just
did.
puts out new albums.
Kinda.
Chevelle still puts out new albums.
But I mean, like good
Deftones
ones
put
like
out a
they did
new
back in the
album.
day.
Well, they're
It's not
still
the
good, but
same.
it's not the same.
It's like
It's
Britney
good.
Spears coming out and be like, old Britney Spears. Like, it's
Oh.
only Britney Spears. She's not going to do that anytime soon. Sorry, Britney.
I don't. Sorry, but you need a break.
You need a little mentee bee.
Yeah.
A little
Love
you. Go into some facility.
Just
let the people help you.
get your cocktail of
Somebody help Britney Spears.
Brittany. Is she doing okay? I haven't.
She's
seen her
not doing
Instagram
okay.
lately.
It's like, it's watching. It's bad.
That sucks.
It is bad. It's sad that she keeps putting it on the internet.
That's
Somebody needs to take that away from her. I think they tried. I don't think it went very well. Somebody needs to step in for that poor woman because it's not good. Her kids or somebody close to her. Yeah. Blink twice if you need help, Brittany. Blink twice.
Blink, blink.
Is that, if I do
Okay,
both
great.
eyes, is that 4? Because technically both eyes is twice.
Oh boy.
And
now we're getting real
4.
technical about.
Let's end the episode there. That's usually what that means.
Oh, good.
Perfect timing. I'm losing my mind now.
So get your list of festival opes. Make sure you're prepared when you go out to a music festival. The weather is what's the word I'm looking for?
Unhinged.
Unpredictable. So sorry. Side note, shout out to Bonnaroo. That sucked. I feel for you guys as a festival organizer and thrower, but also I've been talking about this all day with my clients. The way Bonnaroo handled that weather evacuation, I'm getting goosebumps. I was so impressed by how they did it. They were
Ask the people that were there.
Okay, well, just by reading the posts, like, hey, if you're able to stay in your sturdy conditions, please do, so we can help these less fortunate ones out.
Right.
They had a map of like, if you're here, exit that way. If you're here, exit that way. Yeah. So granted, I don't pay attention to the world when I'm at a festival, but I did go back and look at their posts and see the progression of how that happened.
Right.
That sucks. Sorry for you.
Yeah, literally, what can you do? I mean, I've been to Bonnaroo before, and it's literally a giant, enormous field in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee. It's just acres and acres and acres of just field. There's no shade. There's nothing. Rough. There's no way to hide from this rain. It comes straight down at you.
It's too bad.
So yeah, there's just. I mean, I saw some nightmare stories that people were posting on like TikTok and stuff. I don't know if it got quite as bad as Burning Man did the other year because they had a plan. They had an evacuation plan, unlike Burning Man, which was like all of the rich celebrity people were just like tearing up the roads to get out of there when they were like, don't drive on the roads.
Right.
I thought that the plan that Bonnaroo had where they had said that was really, really good. I just don't know like if that plan was able to be carried out the way they wanted it to. Sure. I think they probably had high hopes. But who knows if what really looked like on there. We have a friend that was there, so hopefully he'll come back and fill us in a little bit.
If you were at Bonnaroo 2025, tell us about your experience in the comments because
we want to know.
Curious, and tell me what they could have done better because I'm always learning.
I don't know how you guys could do anything better though.
Oh, there's lots of things.
Let's be nice.
We have our list. But thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Anyway,
thanks for being here, everybody. We are so happy that you're still listening, and to continue supporting us, please go to www.buymeacoffee.com/Opes and Dreams podcast. We love you so much. Thank you. See you next time. Mwah.
Okay, great. Ugh. I was looking chonky.
No, you're not. I look chonky in almost every episode. Where is it?
Yeah, where is it? Oh, because we're still recording.